In this video, I'm going to be showing you our shipping product. When you log in, you'll always be greeted by the dashboard. As you can see here, we have a shipping dashboard and a tracking dashboard. Once you select which one you want to look at, you can select a date range to see the data. As you can see, I can see my completed shipments, total shipments and failed creations, along with bar graphs and pie charts to give me full data across all of my shipments. With the tracking dashboard, it gives me the data based on tracking events of my shipments. We also have a heat map for the UK and delivery performance by the couriers. Next, we go to the shipments page. In here, you can see all of your shipments that you have been processing in the system. Here are some test data that I've been using, and you can filter by the results to minimize your view. If you want to have a look at the responses, you can simply click on the request and you can see the transaction requests and the courier transaction requests. Next, we have our Courier Directory. In this directory, we have a list of all of our carriers that you have available to use. When you select one of the carriers, you will be able to then see what we call presets for those services. If I click on DHL Parcel UK Cloud and select the API account I want to add my presets to, I can simply add my preset. If I want to create my own custom preset, I can simply click on the plus button here and build my own preset to use for that individual courier. And then once you have created that preset, that will then be linked to the API account that you selected at the beginning. Smart Shipping gives you the ability to create parameters and rules under an API account, where you can specify a courier output service on certain parameters. First of all, you would create a group and then the rules within the group using rule priorities. When you go to create, you give it a name, you can assign it to a group and the priority. You can then select the parameters of the rule. As you can see, we do have a large, extensive list of rules to engage with. Once you have selected your parameters, you can then select the output service, where you can select the courier, the authentication for the account, and the preset that you added earlier. You can also select a failover if the API call was to ever fail, and also select a return service. This is where you can build your own fully branded email templates to be able to send to your customers through API accounts. In the email templates, you can simply build your template via the click and drag structure. You can also use the variables to include in the template. Once you have saved that template, you can then add that to a notification to trigger with the tracking statuses, as you can see here. So for this example, when a courier returns a tracking out for delivery, this template will engage using these two couriers. Here we have our webhooks. This is where you can create your webhooks. Most commonly, it is used for tracking, but as you can see, we also have it for shipments created, cancelled, and adding a new courier. You can specify the name. You can specify the account that it's going to be set up for. You can select whether it's a post or put, and then you can enter the URL. As you can see down here, you can add headers and values to your webhooks if needed. Then we go to API accounts. These are both of my groups, and as you can see, this is where you can create and add your couriers to your accounts. To add an account is straightforward. You simply select your courier and then enter the following credentials for that particular courier. This is where you can search for all of the API requests that you have done to see the engagement and the endpoints. Next we have our plugins. We work with Anansi, who do insurance, and this is where our plugins get added as they grow. If you ever need help, you can see documentation, tutorials, and you can also use our sandbox to play around with. If you ever need to get in touch, you've got your simple get in touch button here that can create a ticket with our support team. And then you can see your accounts. In here, you can invite users to your account and also look at your subscription and your invoices.